Hello, everyone, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Maria, and today is December 26th. So we're looking into the month of February 2025. This is the Raunächte series, the 12th tide nights, difficult word, where one night represents 1 month in the following year, so the 12 nights of Christmas between December 25th and January 6th. And today I will also be working with my tarot deck. And since February is the month for Valentine's Day, I have brought two love oracles with me to see if Cupid has a message for us. And just like I did yesterday, I will follow a specific outline so that all the readings are similar in the way that they are structured. So first of all, we will look into the overall monthly energy to see what February has in store for us. Okay, spirits, please. February 2025. What's going to be the overall energy? Overall energy, please. Okay, that one. Oh, look, we see someone familiar. We already had him yesterday. So it looks like that person might be coming back. Okay, first of all, we do have the Ten of Wands, the Emperor, and the Knight of Wands. So yeah, February might start out with, or it might be a month of like a lot to do. Stuff might feel very overwhelming. And this is the culmination of things that have been, piling up, literally in that sense, piling up, and then eventually everything will just go up in flames, quite figuratively. So it feels like the energy is all consuming, and you really might stress over a lot of things. Maybe that is at work, or it might even be in a relationship, in family situations. So there's a lot of energy coming up that is just too much. So this is your moment to take a break for you. Like when things get too much, just like we talked about in the January reading, you have to make sure that your battery is filled so that you can work and do things, especially if other people are involved and they need you to do something, you have deadlines to fulfill, or if you are, if you have a family and everyone just wants something from you constantly, make sure that you take good care of yourself. This is something that cannot be said enough. Now, with the Emperor, here I see that you're standing in your own power. Now, what can help you through this situation like this is the Emperor is someone who will not make rash decisions. That is someone who, they will look at the situation, assess what's going on, and then, weigh the pros and cons and make an informed decision based on that. So here you see a hunter. So a hunter, typically when they go out hunting, they have to wait for a while before they can make the actual kill. And that is also something like, even if it feels like this is all too much, don't make any rash decision. Take your time, really evaluate the situation, because impulsiveness is not what's going to help you through that month. And if this is, once again, another person, there might be someone who can trigger you wanting and demanding quick decisions from you, maybe even leading you into a little bit of a trap, because this is a person who is looking out for themselves first. They're not looking out for you. So if this is a real person that you're dealing with, whether it's in your family or even in a relationship situation, at work, whatever the situation may be, you really have to wait and really make a decision without getting pressured by someone else. Take your time, take a step back, and then look at the pros and cons. Don't let anyone pressure you into making a quick decision. That is not the way to go. Now, let's see what to look out for. Let's get some clarification here. What to look out for in February, spirits. To look out for in February. So, the thing to look out for is with the Hierophant here, yeah, of course, we see an exorcism. So, if someone is, poisoning the well for you, like I said, don't make any quick decisions. Be very clear in what you want and what you need and why you need these things. The why is always very important. And everything that is going to happen with like how it is in life is a lesson, a teachable moment. And that is going to be one of those moments as well. There's always people in our lives that, they're there for a season or a reason. And in this case, this might be someone that's there for a reason to help you realize something. And yeah, here we see, the finger coming up like, yeah, I'm going to teach you. So there might be a mentorship moment coming for you. So even if there is a person or a situation that might trigger you, there might at the same time also be another person who can put things in perspective. Like we already talked about yesterday, if you need help, if you need advice, turn to other people, turn to people that you can trust. And you don't have to go through this alone. Same with the Five of Pentacles, which we also had yesterday. So if you just look long, if you take your time, like right here, they're outside of the building. You see the light is inside of the church. They're outside in the snow. If they just take their time and walk around the building, eventually they will find the door. But just standing here and screaming like, hey, let us in, and we don't know how to get in, that doesn't help anyone. So once again, patience is being called for here, and then things can work out in your favor. So with the Sun card, there is growth that comes out of this entire situation. So what to look out for in this is, do you have a mentor, someone trusted you can turn to? What can you learn from this situation? Don't do things hastily, take your time and use this as an opportunity to grow. Now, next, let's look into how we can navigate this. So what would be the best course of action? Okay, this one jumped out right away. There's a lot of fire energy here today. So the best course of action for February. Oh, another familiar card from yesterday. Best course of action. Okay. So now we have the Seven of Wands, the Six of Cups, and the Queen of Swords. So yesterday we already met the King, the chess player. Okay, so with the Seven of Wands, you do want to stand your ground. Because once again, here we have the memory, like an old idea that might come up that you have been working on for a while, something you've been sitting with for a while, and that just, it's still there in the back of your mind. So now in February, it's time to stand your ground, and you may have to defend that idea. Don't let someone else tell you that your idea is not good. Maybe talk it over with someone and see if you can fine-tune it. So if there is something that you want to switch up, or if you know a way to improve certain things, this is the time to try and implement those changes, to make improvements. This is not necessarily about, tearing everything down and starting completely new. No, sometimes it's just like tweaking things a little bit to get better results. And Of course, changes, not everybody likes changes. Most of us don't. So there will be resistance. And that is something that you will encounter as well. There will always be resistance if you want to change things. So do it gradually and do it in an informed way, not in an emotional way. Because when emotions run high, then this is what happens. People are just not going to listen. Try to have some good arguments that you can present for why this is important to you and what the benefits are that you see in doing it a different way. Because here with the Queen of Swords, you can see she's standing in her library. So you have all the knowledge, you know what it takes. And if you're still missing some points, look it up. You have all the resources available to you, either in books, on the internet, whatever it takes to find the answers to make your case. Just get some extra knowledge if you don't have it already, and use that. If that means using some case studies to prove your point, or some examples where you can paint a picture for people, because sometimes it really helps if you can give people concrete examples of something that already happened and where the situation that you're proposing has worked out in the way that you are planning to implement changes as well. So, yeah, give people something that they can actually work with. Now, the next step, so what can we learn from this and how can we benefit from this? So what can we learn? How can we benefit from this? Nine of Cups. What can we learn? The Strength card. How can we benefit? And the Page of Cups again. Okay, so the Nine of Cups is the wish fulfillment card. So the thing is, for February, this is asking you to really, like we had yesterday with the King of Swords, stick to the plan, go about things strategically if you want your wish to come true. And with the Strength card here, you can see she's like, this is the reflection in the mirror, because this is her own hand in front of the mirror. She's looking at herself. The strength is within you. Don't let any naysayers sway you from your path. You have an idea. Your idea is good. It might need some tweaking, but stay strong in your beliefs and in your convictions and follow your gut instinct. You have the right idea. And with the bottom deck energy here, the Eight of Wands, there might be a moment where suddenly things move very quickly. And that is the moment for you, once again, to keep your cool. Just because something suddenly happens very quickly, it doesn't mean that you need to jump on the opportunity right away. Because if someone is, once again, trying to pressure you into something, don't fall for it. It's like, oh, this is the once in a lifetime deal, sign here now, or this offer will vanish forever. No, it won't. So if you really if you observe the situation, you will know what's coming anyway, and nothing will surprise you. Whether that's in the work environment, in a family situation, in your relationship, if you really pay attention to the signs, nothing will surprise you. It won't come out of left field. There's always signs. We just sometimes choose not to see them. But this is where you take a good long look in the mirror and you know who you are. Like, the better you know yourself, the less other people can rattle you. And this is the lesson that I see here for February. So stay strong, stay on the path, and don't make rash decisions, like the hunter, like the emperor. Patience. Patience is a virtue. Now let's look into the romance of everything. So what can we expect for love in February? So let's ask the romance angel for love in February. Okay, this one. What did I say? Worth waiting for. Divine timing is at work in your love life. So, yeah, this goes for everything. Like making quick and rash decisions is not always good. If someone is trying to pressure you into moving really fast, whether that's, I don't know, moving in together or you've just met and they're already talking about having a family and this is going way too fast for you, it's okay to pump the brakes. Like there's two people involved in each relationship, and both people need to be on the same page when it comes to timing. When you talk about certain things like how you want your relationship to be, you both should be on the same page. Let's get another one. Engagement. Okay. So, engagement, it says your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. Now, this can be an actual engagement for some of you, or it can even like mean, hanging out together, doing things together, going on dates, and spending active quality time together so that you can, go out of the casual dating phase to the serious dating phase, or even more serious after that. So it's definitely the month to, kick things up a notch. Now let's see what our other oracle had to say. A love message for February, please. A love call. Someone expresses love, a message of love, thinking of you, letting you know. So yeah, with Valentine's Day coming up, someone might ask you to be their Valentine. Or if you have someone on your mind, you can call them as well. It doesn't always mean that they have to call you. You can also make the call or send a text, send a message and be like, hey, I was thinking about you. Would you like to go to dinner or lunch or whatever feels comfortable for you? Let's get another message. Oops. Okay, we have 4 coming out. Okay. I have the twin flame card here, so this might be a connection that is pretty intense. So once again, with the twin flame connections, something that, there's tons of videos on YouTube about twin flames, but one thing that they all have in common, at first, it's hot and heavy and then ice cold. So once again, take your time with everything. Like really put it to the test and see if this is really what you want. Because the twin flame connection, it sounds really good, but only on paper. So make sure that this is really what you want. Next, I have the palm tree here. So this one stands for stability, and that is something that is very much needed in relationships. The stability, the endurance, because you want to make sure that the person that you want to take the relationship to the next level with is not just there today or tomorrow, but also next week, next year, or in 10 years. If you really want to build something, the palm tree also takes time to grow, as does a relationship. Then the camera came out, so make memories and capture them. This is something that is really good. For example, a lot of times now with the world moving so fast and with social media and everything, it is very easy to forget things that happened. And taking pictures of really fun moments is one way of remembering them. And maybe later on putting them in a photo album and looking at them together. So capture the moments and make sure that you don't just, take pictures of your food for Instagram, but take pictures of you and the person that you were with. Not everything has to be an Instagram moment. Take private pictures for you that nobody else gets to see. Don't just live your life on social media, live it in real life. And then another one that came out, the karmic relationship. So, with people triggering you, especially if it's in a relationship situation, for those of you who believe in past lives, there might be some unresolved things that are coming up, some lessons that we may or may not have learned yet. This is why they come up again and again. So, in this karmic relationship, this is usually a test. They're testing you to see if you've learned your lesson, if you have already grown. And these karmic relationships are, well, they can be twin flame relationships, but these are not usually the ones that are meant to stay. The karmics are usually the lessons. So this is also like the cautionary tale here. So if you have someone in your life that feels more like a lesson than a reward, then this might be one of those karmic situations. And then it is time for you to evaluate, okay, do you really want to have to keep learning lessons, or do you just want to live the relationship and take it to the next level, have good memories, and, build something? Because with a karmic relationship, it is very difficult to build something. It's a constant back and forth, and you will never really come to the conclusion of what it is that you want, because that's just not how the karmics work. If you really want to build with someone who's going to be stable, someone who's going to show up for you, and who's going to do that more than just a few days. Like we had him yesterday here, the hit it and quit it kind of guy. So yeah, just this is the time, like if you are in some kind of relationship or if you're entering one, make sure you're on the same page, both of you. Have those open conversations. I mean, you don't have to plan your wedding if you just start dating, but at least make sure that your values align, that you want the same things, and also listen to your gut feeling. If a situation seems too good to be true, the Page of Cups, like that gut feeling will tell you. If you sense any red flags, listen to your gut feeling, because there might be something to it. Because everyone can have, a wonderful exterior, even on social media. They can present themselves in the most wonderful way. But when you look behind the curtain, that might not actually be what's going on. So in this situation, don't just throw caution to the wind. Listen to your gut feeling, and that will tell you everything you need to know. And if you're unsure if you can trust your own gut feeling, talk to a friend, tell them what's going on and get some advice and see what they say. Now, what do we have here? Yeah, at the bottom of the deck, we have the sword and the rose. So this is talking about clarity, truth, and revelation. So if you're dealing with someone who's not real, that's why it's worth waiting for. People who are wearing a mask cannot wear the mask forever. Eventually, it will slip. So this is why taking your time is always a good idea and always very important, because no one is going to wait around forever for a, hit it and quit it kind of moment. So play it safe for the sake of your heart. And that is what the cards are saying. Now let's look at the dice. What do the dice say? All right, what do we have here? We have Paul again. Yeah, we have a key and a treasure thing. And what is this? It's a lady. I had to look at this. So yeah, we have a lady in a dress here. So this is like she's looking very fancy. So with Valentine's Day coming up, there might be an opportunity to, dress up, go out. And with that call here, I'm just going to put that here. I think I've already said everything about that. The key and the treasure chest. So there might be a treasure waiting for you, and you have the key. The key is your knowledge of how to go about it. And if play your cards right, basically, you will get to the treasure. But, with every good treasure hunt, that also takes time and dedication and effort. So don't expect some really quick results. This is going to be a little bit of work, but it is going to be worth it. And with this here, so we have one person and then two people here. So yeah, don't just do things on your own. Like if you have someone that you can trust, turn to them, turn to people like the Hierophant here, like a mentor or a friend who can maybe put things in perspective for you so that you don't have to be alone in this situation. And that is what we have for today's reading. This is going to be a very interesting February. So if you already have an idea of what might be coming up for you, please leave a comment. Or if you're watching this back after February happened, if you want to share something, leave that in the comments. And as always, please like and subscribe. This is a very new channel. And I'm grateful for everyone who's going to join me in this. And tomorrow we will look into March, and I will see you then. Take care and see you tomorrow. Bye.